Episode 198. Guess Komoi finally got a chance to sleep after all. Or something. Gotta take the chances you get, right? If the story feels like there's a lull in it, like there's enough space between each event, that there's enough time for the characters to sleep, then I guess we can just put our characters to bed. Right in that little part of the story ourselves. Is this actually a sensible place for the character to sleep? I mean, we just came back from the Sea of Clouds after defeating a primal. If this isn't the right time to sleep, then when is? You just fought like a god, right? You should get some rest after that. She may not spend her days slaying primals, but Tataru is no less a scion than you or me. Full oft has her knack for acquiring information proven vital to our endeavors. Right. Then she deserves a sleep too. Do you ever sleep, Tataru? I never see you sleep. You're always at your desk, or here in the bar, or wherever you work, and you're never dozing off. Thanks for the hard work. Welcome back, Komoi. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? We did, and then they stole our key. I guess they kind of caught up with us instead. So you finally arrived at XIV, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've managed to progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Komoi. We'll get to XIV yet. Okay, but give me the experience in this class, please. I almost forgot. A sizable chunk. Currently on level 57 stuff for the main quest. Only on level 58 for our black mage, so we'd be falling behind if we ignored leveling up that class any further. When you fled the victory feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Tancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? What, he doesn't ask, or he didn't find anything? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once, Tataru. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yeah, he's one of us too, right? Yes, sir. Of course, we haven't forgotten that little cutscene that happened at the end of patch 2.55. Him and a certain Ascian in a certain dark room or something. Been a while since we were back here. Do we need to be wearing our disguise? No, right? Actually, let's check on that. The Sultana should be back in her throne or something, right? Are the blue guys still around, whatever they were called? Forgot their name as soon as they were disbanded. The Crystal Rays. They were disbanded, so surely there's no one still around, right? No one we have to hide from? The guy that's usually standing over there is gone. I think they're disbanded for good. What about those guys that were just kind of mulling around, talking about rumors of the Sultana being killed or whatever? I think they're gone too. Looks like it. They were just standing right over there near that basket usually. How about rumors at the bar? What do they say now that we talk to them? Are our names cleared? Was it all just a bunch of hogwash? So the Sultana has recovered from her illness, and the Flame General has been reinstated to his post. Can't say it's all gone back to the way it was, but I reckon it's about as good as it's going to get. For a moment there, I thought we might be in store for even greater changes. But I had an inkling that people, maybe the world even, weren't about to stand for much more. Bad enough it took this long, though, eh? Wouldn't surprise me if you've got some choice words to save out the whole damn mess. Let me know if you could use a sympathetic ear. Yeah, choice words, huh? What was this she was saying? Thought we might be in store for even greater changes. Had an inkling that people, maybe even the world, weren't about to stand for much more. Like they wouldn't stand for the changes. I mean, those changes didn't really sound like a bad idea. If anything, the only argument against them was that it was the wrong time or something, with the war and all that. But I mean, at least they were trying to change something. It feels like nothing has changed, though. The Syndicate is back in power, it's just one less guy on the Syndicate. Teleji. Still the rest of those monitorists up there and the Sultana, I guess. But pretty much still the status quo. At least we don't have to wear a disguise. As thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Never shall I concede them lost, till I have seen proof of their passing. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Turpin. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. The bad ones, right? I feel like this angle on Alphinode speaks a little bit more than what he's saying. I feel like he, hearing that news, maybe doesn't feel so great about that. Even if they were the bad ones, or maybe some of them weren't even the bad ones. They could have even been misled, crystal braves. Who knows? Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphinode. Your friends were not among the deceased. Okay, that's what he was worried about. That alone is cause for hope. And then there's this. Nice stick. He stole his wand. Yeah, we knew that. Komori knew that. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Oh, right, he's got the scopes, the binoculars, the specs. They're good for something. 'Tis as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint that lingers yet upon this wand, it has assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the Lifestream, flow. The spell entails the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the Lifestream, and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requires not a lengthy incantation. That your stroller should choose to employ such a spell, bespeaketh the need for haste. Right, lengthy incantation, about 5 seconds to cast. Well, I guess the recast timer is like 12 minutes or something, so maybe Flo doesn't have a recast timer. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlian forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster has but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would set adrift in the Lifestream, never to emerge. What? No. No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage has left traces in the Lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Silda excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Would that I could be of more assistance, but our nation's resources are stretched thin. Be that as it may, do not hesitate to contact me if there is aught I can do. Where was this again? Just outside, right? Yeah. Fastest would be teleport out, using this. Teleport, right. That's exactly what got Y'shtola into all of this trouble. Maybe teleporting isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's better just to walk. Or fly or whatever. Still pretending that Komori can't use magic and therefore can't teleport. Pretending that she's using some magic, ate the right tickets or these things or whatever to get around. It's not magic, it's artifacts or whatever. If our friends weren't in that tunnel, then that must mean they're somewhere else. That's all I was trying to say. Don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. I'm off today. Simply being here calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Yeah, it's the escape route that we used, right? This sewer way or something? Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our step. What do you see with your special eyes? Would they still be here after so long? I guess they would. Up there. Did you teleport up there? The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the 12th wood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet the Gudanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean that she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the Lifestream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. And, it's okay that it's been this long after she got whisked away. How long has it been since the end of A Realm Reborn? Couldn't have been, like, less than a month or something? We've been in Ishgard for like longer than a month, right? Maybe? I don't know. We have no time to waste. Oyonder, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Komoi, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seed Seer's aid. Going all over the place. Going everywhere except for as he saw. Does this trigger a cutscene? If it does, I guess we'll bite the bullet and do it in costume, even if it doesn't mean, or even if it means we don't get the experience on the class we want. Hold on, Ishtola, we're coming for you. It is said that the elementals perceive the Lifestream. If, as we suspect, Ishtola is still adrift in its mist, they may be able to find her. The elementals, we're actually bringing them into the plot, for once. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so to their chosen, the Patal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Connie Senna without delay. Okay, good. We can do this. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the Conjurer yonder to be admitted. The Elder Seed Seer is ready to receive us in the Lotus Stand, etc., etc. Hold on, Ishtola, we're coming for you. It's always the same with Connie Senna, this one place. Why can't we ever meet, like, I don't know, in the bar or something? Surely she can take a break in the bar for once, order a meal or something like that. She watching her figure? Can't be seen eating? Like she'll stain her nice white dress or something. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. Kind of in a hurry for something that happened like weeks ago. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly, if we are to free Ishtola from the ungentle pull of the Lifestream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life.
it just kind of sounds like the Elementals are more like a force of nature rather than sentient beings or something. But I mean, I guess they could still be sentient beings, just not ones that use sentience the same way the people here do.
So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them.
It could very well be that the elementals are just basically like gravity or the wind or something like that. That they're just a fancy name for, I don't know, some science or something like that. Sometimes magic is like that and sometimes it isn't.
Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person!
Do you now?
Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Yes, and we know her too. I actually knew her from this point in the story, like, I remembered on my main character this specific thing that happened. And then when I came back as Komoy, and played some of these job quests that I haven't done before, I was interested to find out that, well, we would meet this character a bit earlier than I expected. And now we're doing it again.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Does Komoy realize that she also knows Y'shtola's sister? After all the time they spent together? Maybe she doesn't. Maybe never connected the dots. I don't think it was ever said explicitly. I was not aware that Y'shtola had a family member here in Gridania. How very convenient. Forgive me. I've grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the Fates. I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile on us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. Other than the coincidence or whatever, I feel like it's just the writers using Y'shtola's sister, like this character that was present in 1.0 as a, well, just kind of looping her in as a way to use her. I mean, she's like there, so it's just like a card that they have for them to use for just random things like this, right? In the story. That's what it feels like. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Dimitra. Oh, you know her, do you? You do, Komoy. Did you forget? Well then, that ought to make things easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. Yes, Dimitra is actually the correspondent for the Summoner job quests up to level 50 and I guess beyond as well. Not that we've done them. Oh, we can just teleport there. Or teleport closer. There's no real reason for her to be Y'shtola's sister, like, the whole Summoner questline has nothing to do with that. The only time this comes into play, her being Y'shtola's sister, is right now. This isn't even that much of a time save teleporting here. I could have just walked over. Oh well. I guess the whole hatching tide event is still going on. I think that's supposed to end, like, in a couple of days. Ah, here we are. Didn't realize... oh god. It's gonna look like this. Not really a spoiler, but there's going to be a cutscene right here. It's going to look like this with the eggs, and it's also going to be stupid nighttime. Well, I guess nighttime is okay for this because it's got the glow of the fireflies and all that. And I guess the eggs are doing their job to light up the place, but these eggs are going to be in this stupid cutscene. The cutscene is fine normally, but with the eggs around, it's just going to look ridiculous. It's not like I'm going to wait, though. What do you got? Well, now that we should meet yet again. And just as I was given another file of Fantasia from my minstrel friend, it's clearly fate's design that you should have it. So do take it with you, Kupo. Right, the guy that just gives out free Fantasia. Didn't realize he was doing that. Again. Must have been with the new patch. Gotta get this on my main character. Got 3 now. Yup, the eggs are in the cutscene. Greetings, Convoy. What brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Amitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alfino Levier, and this is the Taru. You're apparently Shtola's sister. Komori never knew. So you are my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and apparently she never knew that we were her sister's comrades, so it at least goes 2 ways. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Shtola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for the Evershade at once. Okay, wait, never mind. The cutscene doesn't happen here. I mean, we did have a cutscene like right just now, with these eggs around, and they did kind of ruin it, but the actual cutscene I was thinking of doesn't happen at the falls, it happens over here, okay. No stupid eggs to get in the way.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the Lifestream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
Alphinode, shield your eyes. We can't be showing this to him. I'm sure he can't see anything through the glaring light. Ah, they were prepared. Why not?
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
Does she need to see a doctor? What happens to the corporeal body if you, are adrift in the ether stream or whatever for too long?
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
What is it called again? Not the ether stream, right? It's like a huge plot thing. Am I having this much trouble recalling it? I know there's the ethereal sea. Wait, was that it? Ethereal sea? Have they been calling it the ethereal sea? No. The Lifestream, obviously. Like Final Fantasy VII. Right. The Lifestream and the ethereal sea. Are those like synonymous? I guess that just kind of... Whenever they say one or the other in the story, they just kind of blend together to me. What has Oriander been calling it? Surely he's been calling it the Lifestream, right? Yeah. And the ethereal sea is slightly different from the Lifestream, I guess? I guess so. Anyway. Let us pray that Y'shtola awakens. Is this a cutscene? Probably not. Oh, Y'shtola. Just seeing her face again, it's... Oh, I've been so worried. Okay. More experience. Have to sit through this again. Sorry, that's rude to Tataru. Y'shtola is resting within an inn-room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health, and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed some orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Please speak with Mistress Jeva and Brother E. Sumiyon, and they ought to take care of you. Alright, I guess we can do a little bit of a fetch quest while we're waiting. Please fetch the items I ordered. And that's pretty much the same dialogue. Without the Seedseer's aid, Y'shtola may have been lost to us forever. Or forever lost to us. I shall go to the Lotus Stand to offer them my heartfelt thanks. I guess that's slightly less interesting than doing the fetch quest we're doing, so thanks for taking the slightly less interesting job. Boring Goose. What a name. Oh wait, another worker, not woodworker. I guess you do actually come in here for the main story. Could have sworn you never come in here for anything, like, required. But lo and behold, here I am, coming for something required. What is it? I'm a busy woman, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall. Here to retrieve an order? For Mr. Satoru, you say? You've come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup, working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse. And it seemed to me she had neither. You know nothing about Tataru. She could have both for all we know. I mean, I guess the reason is she's the Scion's coin counter or whatever. She doesn't exactly have a bottomless purse or whatever, but I guess she knows how to spend her not bottomless purse. We could have just teleported. Would have been faster. Let's use this one. This is the second time we used Connie Senna during the Heavensward story, other time being for the Mughals. We kind of met up with Raubon twice for his big story stuff with the Sultana, and we only met up with the Admiral, Lofiswin, one time. Is she gonna get a second time in this expansion? Who knows. You are come to Stillglade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Ah yes, Mr. Sataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. What staff? I kind of forget what this ends up being. I know, like, the current stuff with Y'shtola, but having trouble with this one, having trouble remembering what this one is. In my memory, she's just... I guess we'll see. And as always, just in case talking to her triggers the cutscene, I'm going to stick to this class, at least as a test run. The Seedseers are gracious souls. It gives me heart to know that they are our allies. That's hard to pronounce, especially when I'm having an off day. They are our allies. Just a lot of A sounds or vowels right there. They are our allies. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope. Not if we're getting experience. Okay. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Java is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Komoi. Teehee, I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of this surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the Conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Wait, hang on. Is this going to trigger the cutscene? Sometimes the cutscene happens right after you do the quest. Let's bite the bullet and just do it as the machinist. Okay, yeah. Good call.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
Well, I mean, he did get a new outfit.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
She doesn't have a voice, so she's gonna leave.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and NVIDIA might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the Lifestream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alpha No. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alpha No I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
Wait, so if she had enough time to learn how to weave, that means it's been at least like a month or something, right? Maybe more? Probably more. You don't learn weaving in like a couple of months, right? Maybe you do? Okay, that's what it is. I forgot this look. Yeah, so for some reason in my mind,
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
yeah, for some reason in my mind I thought for sure that, well, all my memories of the Heavensward plot, they just reconstruct it with Y'shtola wearing the same outfit that she wears in A Realm Reborn, the kind of just short-skirted dress or whatever you would call it, the smock, I don't know. And she's still using the tiny little conjurer's cane or whatever. Completely forgot she had this look. And of course this isn't really a spoiler, but with how long the game is, she does get another costume change, like pretty much every character is going to get a costume change, including Komori, but completely forgot about this look for Y'shtola. And she even has a longer staff to go with it.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
Alright, this was a waste of time. Just go back to the Lifestream, why don't you? No, we're kidding. That's what we do, Y'shtola, we kid with you.
But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya. my former master.
It's not ringing a bell, like at all. I don't remember this look, at all. Or this king. I guess her new look is just like, completely overwriting everything else in my mind. And then her old look is just like, not like iconic, but it's just one of those things that you remember, I guess. Like Alphinaud's old look, the one that he shared with Salisay. Pretty much everyone's old looks, like their original get-ups. They're all stuck in my head just because of how old they feel. And then the new looks, the current ones, are pretty memorable too. I guess I've been playing with them for years now. But I guess I just breezed by the Heavensward story, so the looks in this period are kind of... well, I don't remember them too well. Although I kind of remember Alphinaud's look here. Antatar's? It's just her. Just Y'shtola. Wonder why. Teehee, Y'shtola looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? Apparently I didn't think it was smashing enough to remember, but I do agree it looks good. Matoya. The name rings strangely familiar. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day she lives a hermit's life, on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go to the place of my birth. Oh, I didn't actually realize he was born in the hinterlands. Okay. Though Alisai and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. So this Exodus was only like... maybe a little over a decade ago or something? Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. Ahem. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. No, that's just Y'shtola kidding. That's what we do with Y'shtola, we kid. We established that. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. And return to Ishgard. So this is how we loop it in. How we loop in one more place other than Aziz's Law, which is the place we should be going to. How we loop in an excuse to go all the way to the Dravanian hinterlands, and Sharlayan, and Edelshire, which is a place we don't know about yet, but it appears on the map, so saying its name isn't a spoiler. We managed to find Y'shtola. Given time, I'm sure we'll be reunited with the others as well. Yeah, so Y'shtola was unaccounted for because she was in the Lifestream. She gets a pass for not phoning home or whatever. What about the other guys? She sent off Thancred. Is he stuck in the Lifestream too? I don't think she mentioned if he was. And then there's Papalimo and Yida. What happened to them? They have no excuse. They need to phone home right now, or they're grounded. So this is a holy see. I should like to linger a while and take in the sights, but it must wait until after our mission. Yeah, sorry, Stola. No more taking in the sights for you. We're gonna be moving quickly here. Charlian is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breast of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Komori, Ishtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. Right, so this is the weird part. Ishtola can't just teleport there because she hasn't attuned to the Aetherite. Alphinaud could very well do it, but I guess what they're doing, Alphinaud and Ishtola, they're technically both of them walking all the way there. It'd be rude for us to just teleport all the way there and wait for Ishtola and Alphinaud to arrive by foot. I mean, both Alphinaud and Komori could do that at Tailfeather, but it'd be weird for Ishtola to just go alone since she's the only one that doesn't know the pass. Should we take this by foot? Or at least on Chocobo? Can this bring us to the... It can. No, it can't. Yeah, the only way over to the Western Highlands, you can't actually use this connection point. You have to use the Chocobo Keep. Pretty sure, right? Maybe? I tried this like a couple of times before. Pretty sure there's no way to actually get over through here. No, like NPC. Oh wait, has this always been open? No. There was a gate here before. I remember trying to jump over it. It just opened it up at some point. How'd that happen? When did that happen? Like why? Why now? Because we could have... We were like going in and out of Falcon's Nest and this gate was closed, I'm sure. When did this open and why? Why wait? Huh. And now this is open. When did that happen? Seriously? Well, okay. Is it because we unlocked flying or something? That can't be it. It has to be story related. There's really no reason to do this. They do this thing to have you speak with Ishtola at Tailfeather to make it clear that you're just kind of in lore, journeying there on foot with your party, Ishtola and Alphinaud. You're having some kind of unseen adventure through the Forelands, like you did with Sistinian and Lady Iceheart. Ysayle, that's her name. But you're just cutting out of the middleman, so that you don't have to do it all again, like I'm doing right now. Maybe they had to stop and camp a bit. Ishtola got to see Alphinaud gather some firewood. We don't get to see any of the hijinks, we just assume it all happened, and then meet up back in Tailfeather. So yeah, I guess Ishtola and Alphinaud would have just traveled through that path right there on foot or something. Does Ishtola have a mount? Maybe not. And then the first leg of their journey comes to an end here at Tailfeather. Just kind of retracing their steps, which are just retracing the steps we already traced. But I wanted to imagine what it felt like traveling through these places, as Ishtola or whatever, as the group of this three. When we last set foot here, Estinian and Isail were with us. Though it was not all that long ago, I find myself strangely taken by nostalgia. A long soak in the Lifestream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. Right, yeah, a long journey. People that just teleport here wouldn't feel a long journey. And of course, I guess I didn't really feel it because I flew directly here, as the crow flies or whatever. But rest assured my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Assuming there's no cutscene. And I guess we're going there like immediately. Yeah, I guess the connection point to the hinterlands is just in this very map, so... I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain pass, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we will be passing through the Nas territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragon's bows. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that we're friends, basically. Well, with Savas anyway. And that we kind of told Ravana to stop what he's doing, if he's honoring his word or something. And we're friends with the dragons too. And the dragons that we're not friends with, like we ended the war with them, technically. Kind of. I guess Y'shtola and Alfino just kind of stayed the night over at Tailfeather rather than camping. And at the first break of dawn, which is happening right now, that's when they said, "We're rested enough, let's continue on our journey." That's what it feels like. And here's this thing. I guess it previously would have been blocked off or closed if we tried to go into the hinterlands beforehand. Must have been. Who opened and closed it? Who knows? Anything else here to look at? Nope. Not really. Maybe I should have saved this for the next episode. Oh well.
To the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Okay, yeah. Definitely would have liked to have that panoramic shot as the thumbnail, but since it's in this episode, I can't use it for the next episode. Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thalaic River. Let us search for a crossing. Would have been a great thumbnail. We'll find another one next episode. Well, even if I can't use it for a thumbnail, I can use it as the backdrop to end the episode. And what a backdrop it is. I actually forgot how pretty it was. Let's take a moment to breathe it in. Now would be a good time to take a break.